Zimbabwe enters its second week of a 30-day lockdown. Most citizens have complied with government's directive to stay at home. The country is fighting the pandemic with a 57% recovery rate.
However, the story is slightly different in the highest density suburbs, as it seems to be business as usual. A tour of the high density suburb of Mbare proves that there is a reasonable level of compliance to the dictates of the lockdown. However, there is nothing to entertain and keep the multitudes busy. Most of them have resorted to playing football, which has a huge following in the suburb, but with not much adherence to the lockdown rules and regulations. Fruit vendors in the area believe that there is need for government to revisit the working hours within the lockdown.
Asi nyaya kuti munhu umwe namwe ngaite mask sanitize tishandisa sanitize yedu tipfeka mamask yedu izvozvo zvotirikona zviri zvinhu zvinoti itawo kuti tiite zviri nani panoti tigare mudzimba vanhu vachatofa nenzara pane kufa nechirwere.
Some of the youths within the area have complained of high levels of drug abuse as a result of idleness. Government, during its weekly update, indicated that there had been an increase in the numbers of arrests of those flouting the COVID-19 regulations.
As of 6 January 2021, a total of 309,061 arrests were made countrywide for flouting lockdown regulations. What is worrying is that within a week, 9,993 people were arrested for not wearing masks, and this points to negligence by some members of the society who are not taking this virus seriously.
Regarding ventilators, the authorities highlighted that 85% of COVID patients do not need hospitalization. They isolate at home, and only about 5% of patients need the intensive care unit where ventilators are found.
It's only the 15% or so that are moderate to very ill patients that require admission. And of that, only about 2 to 5% require ICU, the ventilator that you're talking about. Even science now has actually shown that even a smaller percentage. So when you're looking at our numbers and so on, and you actually calculate that, you will notice that it's a very tiny, tiny percentage. And hence the ventilators and the equipment that we have, the numbers is not so bad.
Some citizens have applauded the increase in roadblocks and strict requirements for travel.
Lockdown tinoitenda nokuti iri control denda redu. Vamwe vari kubatikana naye, vamwewo tiri kuona kuti shuwa kufiwa kuri kufiwa. Lockdown iri nani nokuti inoita kuchengetedza upenyu hwedu.
Pane chipfuya yakanyanomedza condition yanga irimo yanga kuti mask. Up until now ingori mask.
The police, who are part of the frontliners, are doing their level best to save the nation, but there is need for self-policing.
The police are only there to help to the best way they can, but they cannot put a mask for you, and they cannot social distance for you.
Zimbabwe is set to receive about 3 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine out of the 270 million jabs available to African countries. This will cover about 15% of the country's population. But until then, the best vaccine is to mask up, sanitize, and practice social distancing.